is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. We have a full panel this morning. As always, to my right, Mr. Harry Glanz.
Morning, everybody. How you doing?
And I will throw out there, Wall Lake Western District Champions last night. Good work, Harry.
Western Warriors, the boys played well. They were awesome. They played very, very well.
We're going to be saluting a lot of those high school guys. Alex Nafusi across the table.
Good morning, work family.
Yes, from
What's
Michigan
up?
State, of course. So you guys are still doing okay. You'll be in the tourney. Take it easy over there.
Are we
It's all going to work out.
Which one?
10 seed.
Which one?
It's okay. Well, hey, be careful. And the one that ends in AA.
Okay.
We brought in a fellow Spartan, John
Not
Kolb,
IT?
of course. Hey, John Kolb from Michigan State. There he is.
Thanks for having me.
There you go. And our special guest, hey, Kevin Stewart from Rochester area. Kevin, your office is jamming. It's called the Kevin Stewart team.
Yeah, well, actually, we're Stewart Team Real Estate Partners, so close. You got pretty close on that. But yeah, downtown Rochester.
Sorry, Harvey's life.
Wait. Yeah, that's right. Hey, all of a sudden he's correcting us because he actually is a realtor. If you see his picture looks exactly like him, which is hard for realtors because usually they throw in their glamour shots from
Glamour shots from
1977.
Sears at Oakland Mall.
Well,
Kevin, good job, brother.
It's because I'm adorable. So naturally, I'm going to get my picture redone on a regular basis so that I can keep it looking
We
good.
just lost half the listeners.
No, we're okay.
I will say you look good, my man. Good
Hey,
job.
As I
welcome.
said, you go ahead. You're going to welcome Harry. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, my man.
Definitely, we have people at Capital Mortgage all day long, all weekend long to get you your approval letter, and that's what we're going to be talking about is home purchases. Of course, when we bring in a top real estate agent and his team, we'll talk all about buying and selling real estate. If you're out there thinking about buying a home, your family or friends, this is the show you want to listen to. You definitely want to get in touch with us. We will talk about real approval letters and a whole lot more. Be sure to give us a call at 248-539-9797. Also, a salute out there to the hardworking people who are putting these power lines back together. It's about 75% done. If you don't have your power on yet, hopefully we can keep you entertained here on the radio. I guess people still do that is listen to radios at home.
I have power but no cable, so we have to watch DVDs. Please, Comcast. If I have to watch one more Nicholas Sparks movie, I'm going to lose it.
I know who that
I
actor
can't watch The
is.
Notebook one more time.
And of course, we are going to take your calls.
He's a
here.
writer, Harvey.
Okay.
Do you read?
Very little. 248-539-9797. And we got tons to add to you this
Hey,
morning.
do we want to get the elephant in the room out of the way right now?
Go ahead.
Okay, listen, everybody. March 15th, the Federal Reserve is going to raise the Fed funds rate.
By a
It's going to
quarter
happen.
point.
It's going to happen. So what that means, it means that mortgage rates are going to go up too. So if you're in process now, call your guy and lock it in. That's what we do. All right, we advised. We have John Kolb in our office. John monitors our rates pretty well. And we sent out an all-points bulletin to everybody in our office telling them to advise their clients to lock in. So no matter where you are, whether you're with Capital Mortgage Funding, whether you're with a bank, wherever you are, call your mortgage person and tell them you want to lock in. I'm going to say it again. I've been saying it for a long time. Rates are not going down. They're not going down to zero. So I know if you have a brother-in-law that wants to tell you, hey, hold out for a better rate, not going to happen. Okay, so that's our PSA for today.
Which let's kind of make that a positive thing. The jobs report came back
It is a
better
positive
than
thing.
expected. I mean, when rates go up, I mean, I know rates as a whole going up is a negative for industry, but overall, that means the economy's kicking butt,
And
man.
Kevin will tell you this, okay?
Everything's going well.
Kevin will tell you this. Consumer confidence is good. Spending's good. Home sales are phenomenal. Kevin, we've been talking about it. And, again, we see this as the 6th year of a very strong home buying year because we could tell early in January, February, purchase agreements were coming flying in our office. What do you see out there in your market?
Absolutely. We have stuff going off the charts right now. It really depends on the city you're in, the area you're in, but for the most part, stuff is selling extremely, extremely fast. You have to jump on stuff. I mean, with interest rates going up, we know they're going to go up, and we've been advising our clients, get out there and get out there now. We have to be extremely proactive.
So the last few weeks we've been talking about it because we have seen that. Again, we were up 20% January over January and February over February in our purchase transactions. Now, if you're listing a house and the house is on the market and it's in pretty good shape, it's going to go, right? If the house is in good shape, anything on the market right now, inventory is low, right, my man?
Absolutely. Inventory is low across the board in almost every city. We need listings like crazy because there's buyers literally sitting there waiting to buy homes, waiting for stuff to come on the market.
Mostly young buyers, and again, even me, I guess I wouldn't be a young buyer now. It's 50,
No, you're certainly
but
not.
All right, but most of us are getting the information online now. And again, with all the different sites out there, I have access to the MLS myself. And so there's a lot of reading and research you could do ahead of time. The technology is there, but at the end of the day, you got to have a qualified real estate agent really to discern all the information and give the expertise. And I truly say that. People think that they know a lot about a house by reading the listing. There's so much more involved in it. And I still think, and I get the National Association of Real Estate Realtors, they definitely feel that it's so important to get a professional real estate agent behind you.
Yeah, it is. It's extremely important, and it's also important for speed and process. Because think about it, even if you go online and you click and you see the perfect home for you, you still want to get inside of it because pictures can be extremely deceptive. A great technique of realtors is we're very creative photographers.
You've ever gone on Tinder?
Nice.
I mean, we can be
beautiful.
we can be extremely creative in the way that we present a home. It's our job. That's what we do.
Yeah.
So a buyer still needs to go and see and experience that listing. So you have to have an agent on your side that can provide speed for going and seeing that property and then provide a great process to help you get that home and get you locked into a contract so that you can actually get the property.
Yeah,
Well,
Kev, you've been doing this for a while now, and you have a great team assembled behind you. But you also specialize in certain areas, and we try to advocate for people and just suggest to them that they need to go with a team that knows their area. When you know the area, you know the neighborhoods, you know the houses, you know the history on the house, you know everything about that situation, so you can go ahead and properly advise your client.
You know, to Kevin's point, you know, it's nice as some of these websites are, like, you know, whatever, Realtor.com and Zillow and all that. There's a certain aspect of purchasing a home. You need a professional to help you. You really do. I mean, you can't, there's certain things you just can't do online. Like you said, some of the pictures are deceiving. I mean, you really can't walk into us. And there's certain things that you as a realtor would pick out. And I bought a ton of houses.
But Alex, they know the house.
Exactly.
They know
There's
the property.
certain
Kevin
things
knows
he would
his area.
see that I'm not going to see. Like, hey, dude, you see the crack in you know, whatever, in the roof or I don't know.
Exactly.
Whatever.
We're going to help you identify things that you may miss. I mean, we have trained eyes. We're inside of these properties all day, every day. We actually understand what to look for, what are the pitfalls, and we may save you from something. You may see, this may be lipstick on a pig, right? We don't know.
love that saying.
And we can identify that and tell you that. There's a lot of people out flipping houses right now, and they may look really, really nice.
Oh, flippers.
But,
I know
my
one good
goodness.
flipper, Greg Louganis.
Oh, a diver. I gotcha.
Get it?
Kev,
I wrote
there's-
that last night. Did I rush it?
No, you're fine. Kev, I really like what you said there. Yeah, there's been a lot over the last 3 or 4 years, especially, the last 7 years, the flippers. They've gotten in the marketplace. They're buying up the homes that are distressed properties typically or need a lot of work, but they're really good at putting some cosmetic repairs. Some do a better job in some of the more specific areas and more important areas, heating and cooling and roofs. But a lot of times, like you said, they might be covering up something to present a better product. That makes sense.
Well, yeah, and think we're in the HGTV era. Everybody watches a TV show and all of a sudden thinks they can flip a house. I mean, they think that they can go in there, slap some paint on it, throw a new granite countertop, and all of a sudden it's worth
easy.
50 grand more.
They think
That's
it's
just not
easy.
the truth.
Right. That's true. It's the same thing with rental properties, too. But, yeah, I think you're right. Everything you're saying is great. And Rochester's pretty hot right now.
Hot? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's on fire. Rochester's a heck of a community. That's why we're there. We love it. The sense of community there is amazing. It is an area where everybody knows everybody, which that's why I love it.
That's such a good thing nowadays.
Oh,
you
my
don't see it
goodness.
that much anymore.
Oh my goodness, it's fantastic, and we love having our business there. I've lived within a 3-mile radius my entire life. I mean, that is my backyard.
Great.
And I really do enjoy it. I thoroughly love where I live, and when you can sell something that you're passionate about and sell a community and the people and the lifestyle, it's not just a house now. You're selling something that's way more than just a home. And I think that's what people really appreciate about the city of Rochester and all of these other small communities is they appreciate the lifestyle that they receive when they live there.
Yeah, really great stuff. 248-539-9797. Of course, mortgage rates held steady despite the jobs data, which has been really strong lately. While the rates remain at really 40-year lows, okay, they're like unbelievably low, still a little bit on the high side for 2017, but that's where the market is going.
No.
Again, we did a little bit of math the
They're
other
low.
day.
Rates are low.
Whether you're, I did some math with $60, whether your rate's 4% on 100,000 or 5%, it's a $60 difference a month. And at the end of the day, you get to write off about 30%
I'm going to
of
save you
the
$60
interest.
a month. I can name 10 ways on how to save $60 a month.
Easily.
I mean, it's just not that hard. I mean, but you have to make the effort to actually go look at a house and all that, and stop being so focused on what rates are. Rates are rates, man. No one's going to give you $100,000 with a 5% down investment for 0%. It's just not going to happen. It's pure economics. I mean, you have to go into it and make that first step. And Kevin, one of the cool things I was going to ask you, we were talking before the show. Do you do these? Do you do a letter when you make an offer about the buyers?
Absolutely.
So I have these new buyers. They're a super cool couple. They're from Australia, and they wrote a letter, and it basically says, "Want to start by thanking you for considering our offer to purchase your home. We're engaged in marriage January 19th. I mean, and it's just they wrote the nicest letter." And if I get this letter, they talk we here from Australia, and this just feels right. We could see raising our kids in front of the fireplace, entertaining guests, and wrap around deck. And what did you get? What was one of the flipper shows? Oh, not to mention your kitchen looks like it was designed by Joanna Gaines, who's one of the girls on
the top,
HG,
kitchen designer.
My wife's absolute favorite
I know,
TV show.
Same with Natalie.
Goodness,
it's on 24/7. It's
show.
either that or Sports Center in our house. So, but they put some pictures on there of them in front of the. Is it the Opera House in Sydney? Is that where it is? Sydney Opera House in Australia. Anyway, if I get this letter with an offer, I'm like, dude, I'm selling my house to these guys, man.
Yeah, at least maybe call them up first and see if you can negotiate.
If I have two of the exact same offers, I'm going with like the young couple with their little kids because like you said, I love my neighborhood. You love your neighborhood. I want my neighbors to have another cool neighbor in.
Alrighty. More Gen X sellers.
Alex.
I know they are. It's okay.
All right, hopefully more of these Gen X sellers out there because the inventory is at all-time lows. We got tons of information, how you're going to get your offer accepted. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
It's a great time to call Detroit home. I'm Dylan Larkin, Red Wing and Detroit native. You know another great Detroit native? Chevrolet. And in honor of our hometown, Chevrolet is offering tickets to see the team take the ice at an upcoming home game. Chevrolet, the official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Mark Z here with Keller Williams. The winter season is one of the best times to sell your home. While your competition is waiting till spring and summer, I'll have your home sold, guaranteed. My team is selling a home every day. Get the Z Guarantee, a proven system to get your home sold for top dollar in the shortest amount of time. Go to soldbymarkz.com and start packing.
Get the Z Guarantee. Call Mark Z. Call 844-SOLD-BY-Z.
Paint? No. Paramount isn't just paint. It's the #1 paint in overall interior hide and stain resistance, providing the most advanced protection in just one coat. And now you can get that same outstanding protection with our new Paramount One Coat White. This first-of-its-kind one-coat ready mix white provides a beautiful white finish. You'll find Paramount paint exclusively at Menards. In third-party tests, interior paint claims versus super premium home center brands in eggshell sheen.
This is where professors become mentors, where careers become callings, where 130 doctorate, master's, and graduate degrees become opportunities. Are you ready? Attend Oakland University's Graduate Open House Tuesday, March 14th, and learn about the master's, doctorate, and certificate programs at OU. Conduct life-changing research, discover the unknown, publish a paper, propel your learning potential, and gain the skills to become true experts in your field. There are countless advantages to receiving a graduate education at OU, including great new career possibilities and higher pay. Helpful staff will be available to provide information on admission, financial aid, and payment options. This is your opportunity at a world-class degree. So reserve a spot today at OU's Graduate Open House, Tuesday, March 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. This is OU, where the aspiring can rise. Visit oakland.edu/grad. That's oakland.edu/grad.
Come to the huge free RV show hosted by Michigan RV Wholesalers and Lloyd Bridges Travel and this Thursday through Sunday. 350 RVs, 4 buildings, 4 days only. Save thousands on America's top travel trailer brands, including family-friendly bunkhouses and couples units like North Trail, Dutchman, Hideout, and Rockwood. And best-selling fifth wheel brands like Cougar, Columbus, Montana, and Big Country. Don't forget toy haulers by Raptor, Carbon, Wolfpack, and Prowler. And save huge on top motorhome brands like Georgetown and Sunseeker. Get a 22-foot Hideout bunkhouse trailer fully loaded for only $10,900. What? special financing, free parking, free admission, free food. That's right, I said free. Don't be fooled by an outlet show. Save thousands. It's a huge free RV show by Michigan RV Wholesalers and Lloyd Bridges Travel Land. 350 RVs, 4 buildings, 4 days only. Shop in comfort and save thousands on your new RV. This Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at I-94, M52 in Chelsea, or visit funrving.com.
President of DTE Electric, Trevor Lauer, wants to keep you informed.
A few days ago, we experienced the most significant weather event in DTE Energy's history. Tropical storm-force winds battered our state, downing hundreds of trees and over 4,000 power lines. So now we're faced with an historic power outage. But be assured, DTE Energy has over 1,500 workers in the field to restore power, and we've brought in hundreds more from out of state. Because we are committed to doing everything we can about this outage.
Trevor also has a safety message.
Right now, thousands of us are without power, including many of our own employees. So we at DTE Energy understand the importance of restoring power as quickly as possible. But our very top priority is our commitment to the safety of all of our customers and employees. So we ask that you please stay away from a down line or anything else that it may come in contact with, and that you help others be aware of the dangers, because you have the power to help as we work through this difficult time.
DTE Energy. Know your own power.
Sometimes diabetes can feel more like don't-abetes. Don't do this, don't forget that. But with a little help from Walgreens, diabetes won't slow you down. Stop by for expert pharmacy care in-store or online via pharmacy chat. Pick up the medications you rely on and get savings on testing supplies from all major brands like OneTouch and Walgreens TrueMetrics. Walgreens has just what you need to do more with diabetes. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
Check that out. Is Bill doing the Running Man?
Yep. Bill just switched to Cricket Wireless, and he's really feeling this whole free phone thing. He got a free Samsung Galaxy M2 when he switched on a plan that's only $30 a month.
Oh, is that the
Cha-Cha? Yeah.
Woo! Shake those hips, Bill!
Cricket Wireless. Something to smile about.
Limited time offer while supplies last. Requires number reported and activation of eligible service. Minimum $30 per month. First month service charge due with sale tax may apply. Fees and restrictions apply. Coverage not available everywhere. $30 per month plan not eligible for auto pay credit or group safe discount.
Little Caesars, where you can enjoy the new Smokehouse Pizza for only $9. It's real tasty barbecue from Little Caesars, but only here for a limited time. Plus tax at participating locations. Little Caesars.
You can now watch Valenti and Foster live streaming video afternoons 2 to 6 at 971theticket.com.
Welcome back to the show, 919. If you're just joining us, it's sort of pretty outside, going up to about 30 degrees. I say it's a great time to go look at a house, but you got to have that approval letter in hand. Be sure to call Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Of course, always live in the studio, 248-539-9797. We got Stewart Team Real Estate Partners, the head Kevin Stewart in here with us, answering all your real estate questions. Kev, we're going to take a quick break here and go to our first caller out in Troy. We got Dave out there. Hey, good morning, Dave. Start us off the right way. Go ahead, sir.
Hey guys, like your show a lot.
Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Thank you.
Wife and I we are retired right now, and we have a few years left, 3 or 4 on our current mortgage of about $70,000, and the house is worth in the low threes probably, and we're looking to buy a house up north. And I was under the understanding that not working, it's difficult to get a mortgage.
Totally not true. 100% not true, sir. Okay. Are you on a pension? How are you guys living right now?
Just Social Security, and then we're living off our investments.
And so you have, when did you guys retire? How many years ago?
One.
So to use your retirement income, we usually need a 2-year average. In most cases, in some cases, we can use 1-year tax returns. So whatever you pulled, hold on, John Kolb wants to chime in. Mr. Guideline, go ahead.
You can start once you retire. You can start using your investment income if you've been pulling it for 6 months.
Yeah, if you've been taking the same distribution for the last 6 months. So, for example, if you're taking $3,000 a month, we need to see it a certain amount every single month. You can't pull $1,000, then $5,000, then $2,000. It has to be a consistent amount every single month. Is what John Cole wanted to say.
Right, and your investments have to warrant taking that amount each and every month for the next 3 years.
So with our Social Security, and we do take a specific amount, a static amount every single month.
Like it.
So, and with our credit rating, obviously we have no debt other than our current house.
Perfect.
And, I mean, you don't see that to be a problem.
No, absolutely not. I want to be Dave. Dave, how old are you guys?
I'm sorry, 62 and a half.
That's perfect. If I can retire at 62, I'd I'd be so happy to get a little place up north. Yeah, it would be dangerous.
You need to work.
Yeah, you think so? I don't know. I've done.
No, he's
Not you.
No, Dave,
You're fine. I'm talking to Alex.
Dave, he's
Alex
talking to
needs something to do every
me.
day.
I need structure.
Yeah, he desperately has to stay out of trouble.
But Dave, here's a scoop. You know, like John Kolb said, it's a very easy transaction. It's not difficult. Where are you guys looking to buy up north? What city?
Up in Mackinac area.
Awesome. Perfect, man. I'll call you in about an hour after the show and give you some numbers, and we'll go from there.
That'd be very cool, man.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
It's simple as that. Call the right people, get the right approval letter, and get the right answers, and move forward. Again, if you have that approval letter in hand, you can take it up north. You really shop with some authority because you have some negotiations right there. And again, it doesn't sound like there's any hurry to do that. So
you mentioned the approval letter.
Yeah.
And Kevin and I were talking on the break. When you receive an offer, you look at the approval letter and who it's from, what bank it's from.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Well, Kevin, but you're not going to show somebody properties without knowing in advance that they're pre-approved.
No, we won't do that either. Right. I mean, why are we going to set you up potentially for failure? I mean, that's potentially a terrible idea.
We're going to waste
your
time.
That's
yeah.
right.
I mean, we could be showing you homes that you can't afford or showing you homes that are under what you can afford. I mean, really, this market, every $50,000 matters significantly. And if I show you homes and set you an expectation in a bar and then take you somewhere else, that's not going to go well for you. You're going to be really upset with us. So we have to get a quality pre-approval letter before we even start the process.
Right.
That's step one.
Good. That's what we want to hear because we feel it's very, very important. We do all the homework up front for your clients before they get in your car, meet you at that property. They're already approved. I mean, it's done. We have a bona fide approval system. We look at financials, obviously, credit, down payment, ask where the assets are coming from. If they're coming from 401k, we have to know how long it's going to take to access that money, so on and so forth. So it's all a timing thing. We don't want anybody to waste their time. Buyers, sellers, realtors, anybody. We just don't want it. Time is the most precious commodity that we have.
You know, Kevin, one of the things is not only is that approval letter, it's when you sit down with the mortgage person. This isn't over the phone and you're not flushing the toilet. There's no hit buttons to hit. That's all nonsense. You got to stop that. You got to get that education behind you too, because not only are you getting...
What was that analogy?
Oh, pass. I'll go on that later. But not only are you educating the borrower and picking out, how much they afford and starting that pre-approval, you're going to run the file through. We run the file through. We get the full approval letter. But also, it tells us if you're FHA or a conventional loan or USDA or a VA zero down purchase. And that's specific to you being able to write the offer because, for example, if you have a VA offer, I had a situation last week and the real estate agent, they went, the house they fell in love with was a site condo and it's not approved by VA. So there we go. We just sort of wasted about a whole weekend long making the offer and everything and really wasn't prepared to, to get that accepted.
Well, and remember, this is why you have to have a very cohesive relationship between realtors and lenders because a great realtor should know that if they're approved or if they're buying VA, that complex has to be approved. So the realtor needs to know that, the lender needs to know that there has to be a cohesive relationship. And even in listings. So, I work with a lot of our sellers and I get multiple offers regularly. This is a very common occurrence right now because of the heat of our market.
All realtors do. Multiple cash backup offers.
Yeah, multiple cash backup every time. That is so not true. But we get multiple offers.
But you do, yeah.
And we're going to look at those and analyze those with our sellers, and we are going to give them advice. And if we know that the pre-approval attached to offer A is with the company that makes you click buttons in order to get your loan, I'm going to be a lot less enticed to say to my seller, hey, look, this is going to be a great deal. But look, I've got Capital Mortgage Funding over here. I understand these guys. I know how they work. I know their process. These guys are rock stars. I am significantly more likely to give my seller the advice that this is a solid and sound deal. It is going to close because that's what they care about. Is the deal going to close?
All your sellers care about is when I'm going to get my check.
Exactly.
And, it's funny. I had 2 transactions in the last literally 30 days that both listing agents said it 100% can't go FHA. Absolutely not can't go FHA. Don't tell me as the lender how it can or cannot go. Let me do my job. You worry about getting your auger and putting the sign on the ground. I'll worry about how we're going to finance the house.
Yep.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
And we, one of the driveways was pretty dinged up and had to be replaced. We did an escrow holdback for the driveway, so we held some money, at the closing to fix the driveway. When the driveway's repaired, we'll pay the contractor and move on.
Yeah,
2
release
deals
the
were
money.
never closed. on a conventional transaction, took him FHA. But at 100% couldn't go FHA.
All right, we got open lines. Give us a phone call, 248-539-9797. I didn't know the break was coming, but when we come back, all of your calls, keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket.
No one markets your home more aggressively than my team and I. In fact, we spend more money in a single month than most agents spend all year. Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. The more money we spend on marketing means driving more traffic to your home. The more people we bring to your home means top dollar and a faster sale. But don't just take it from me.
Hi, this is Mike Craig. I called Jeff Glover when it was time to sell my house. And just like the ads say, he gave me a clear and concise plan to market my house, and he delivered on that plan. Jeff got me a great price for my house with no contingencies. That's money in the bank.
Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get an average of 98% of their asking price and sell their homes in an average of 23 days. Call Jeff Glover today at 855-JEFF-SELLS. Not only do they sell the most, Jeff Glover and his team have more positive reviews on Zillow than any other realtor in the state. Call Jeff at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at 855jeffsells.com. Realtor Jeff Glover. A household name. Jeff Glover is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty.
The Jeep brand presents great moments in the great outdoors. June 14th, the Emmets went to the lake in their Jeep Cherokee with 30 mpg highway, where they survived 3 whole days without Wi-Fi. July 5th, Rob drove his Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever, to the Grand Canyon, where he rode a mule. August 28th, Andrew took his wife camping for the first time in his Jeep Renegade with its available class-exclusive My Sky open-air roof system. Make that the last time. Find your moment at the Jeep Spring Clearance event.
Well-qualified returning FCA employee lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2017 Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $229 a month for 36 months with $23.52 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. EPA estimate 2.4-liter front-wheel drive. Actual mileage may vary. Grand Cherokee has received more awards over its lifetime than any other SUV based on Jeep brand small SUV segmentation. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires due to contribution at lease through Chrysler Capital. Current lease must end by 4/30/18. 25-cent charge for each mile over 30,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 4/3. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Carl's Golfland presents This is the Year.
This is the year.
This is the year.
This is the year. I'm going to knock 6 strokes off my average.
I will swing easy.
I'm going to practice my chipping a lot more.
This is the year. I'm going to make more putts.
Start your year off right at Carl's Golfland Demo Days. Try the newest equipment, talk to factory reps, save in every department with instant discount coupons.
This is the year. This is the year I don't take a 10 on any hole.
I'm 82 years old and I'm going to shoot my age again. I'm going to play every bit as good as I look.
Carl's Golfland Demo Days, Saturdays 10 to 5 through the end of March. Bloomfield Hills, Plymouth at St. John's.
This is the year.
This is the year.
This is the year.
This is the year I break 80 more than once.
I'm going to hit more greens in regulation.
I will not attempt miracle recovery shots in league play.
This is the year I'm going to beat my brother Ross.
Carl's Golfland, land of golf plenty.
You hear me, Ross? I'm coming after you.
Bloomfield Hills and Plymouth at St. John's. Visit carlsgolfland.com.
Hi, I'm Doug Manns with Manns Lumber and Millwork. Now's the time to line up your contractor to build that Trex deck you've always wanted. At Manns Lumber, we can help you with that. We have a list of certified Trex installers that'll be happy to give you a quote now, so you'll be first in line to get your new Trex deck installed this spring. Don't wait. Secure your Trex contractor now, and before you know it, your neighbors will all be jealous. Click on to manslumber.com and hire the best Trex contractors in Michigan. That's manslumber.com.
The sweet sound of a squeaky clean engine. It's like music to my ears. And that's a dirty engine. It's what happens when you use ordinary fuels that leave behind dirty deposits. But BP Gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine. With continual use, it can give you more miles per tank. Much better. BP Gasoline with Invigorate, our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas, average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank based on fleet testing. Requires continuous use based on what you drive and how you drive.
Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Right now at Kroger, you can save over $100 on quality products from the Kroger family of brands. Just download the digital coupons today at Kroger.com.
Even if you miss the game, we'll make you feel like you were there. 97.1, The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show. 9:31. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call us at Capital all day long, all weekend long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker.
They're playing good music today, these guys.
You like that?
I like it. Well, my man's got a Sparty on, so you know he's awesome.
Awesome.
Come on
Live in
now.
the studio, 248-539-9797. You know what? We're real, and we're having some fun here this morning. Definitely the jobs report has really led the way to this Fed funds move that's coming up this week. So again, we are urging everyone to get your transactions in, get your offers accepted, get your loan locked in. And we never want to forget about all these great opportunities in the refinance world. Of course, with mortgage rates still at least 40-year lows, great opportunities with all that built-in equity to do some consolidation. We see a lot of families adding their first and second mortgages together. And more importantly, they're taking some of that equity out to do those home improvement projects to keep the house where it needs to be. Again, this is a roof over your head. You got to make sure that roof is sound. Doing those home projects. Adam will appreciate this. Getting the insulation done, upgrading your electrical, everything that's involved in home ownership. It's just such a great thing, though, especially at tax season for all those new homeowners. As you know, when they get that 1098 back saying what their tax deduction is. And I'll tell you, home ownership, the key with it still, Harry, is the tax deduction. It makes it more affordable to own a house. Hey, if you don't want to pay your mortgage, then you're going to be paying your landlord's mortgage. So definitely find out where you fall into all this.
Well, the key to owning a home is the quality of life, Harvey. Raising your family, kids going to school districts. You want to live. You're going to work where you're going to work, but you should pick an area that you want to live in because you can always drive to work, okay? So you have to pick an area where you're going to be comfortable in the school districts. Let's face it, you're the Rochester expert, Kevin Stewart. You know the Rochester area has plenty of good schools out there. Mm-hmm. Great shopping. The taxes they're relatively, our quality of life here, they're relatively inexpensive, and you've got a lot of great city services there. So it's another one of our communities in southeastern Michigan it's great. It's great to live in Michigan because we have a great quality of life here, and it's relatively inexpensive compared to other cities, large cities around the area. Or the country, sorry about that.
Absolutely. I mean, we were voted top 10 places in the United States to live. Top 10.
Have you been downtown lately?
Detroit?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow, man, dude, I was down there on Thursday. Holy jeez. I mean, you want to talk about rocking and rolling? I mean, that's like, I feel like overnight it went from like the Detroit that I remember like growing up to like,
community on fire.
Like,
I mean, look,
it's like Brooklyn.
It's what happens when somebody gets behind something and says, "Hey, there's opportunity here," and puts enough money behind it, and that city is going fantastic.
That new stadium,
a strong Detroit helps our entire area. It helps our entire state. Detroit is the largest city in the state. It helps the entire state of Michigan.
Absolutely.
Our whole region. Yeah, let's move on to some calls here. 248-539-9797. If you want to join us, Anthony out in Warren. Good morning, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Morning, sir.
Morning.
I just had a quick question. I currently refinanced 2 years ago, and when I refinanced, we took out a little bit of money to do a little bit of work on the home. And my question is, we're probably going to be moving within the next 5 years. I do have a PMI on my current loan, and I'm wondering if I should think about refinancing to try to get my payment lower to take that PMI off of my current loan. I currently owe about $103, and my mortgage is right around 9. I'm paying a month.
Your mortgage is at 9%?
No. My mortgage, I'm paying about $900.
$900. What's the house worth, Anthony?
It appraised 2 years ago at about $140.
So why'd you go FHA? Was there a foreclosure, a bankruptcy, or something?
It was a short sale at the time of the purchase.
Okay, and how many years ago was that?
That was 4.5 years ago.
So we can probably take conventional now and drop that PMI. What I want to look at is, if you're going to move in 60 months, let's just say, and your costs, again, for the sake of round numbers, are right around $2,000. I want to make sure you're going to recover your closing costs before you move. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't want you to spend money to refinance if you're going to sell in 5 years and not recover those costs. I just doing the math in my head, I think you will. It's something we should definitely look at.
Okay.
It's a pretty easy transaction. I mean, I don't see anything outside the box on that. I mean, the short sale was 4.5 years ago. I mean, you're on FHA right now. You're on the screen. It says FHA loan with a penalty. Is there? You got a question about prepayment penalty?
I think when I misspoke.
Okay.
The PMI penalty.
Oh, cool.
That's what I meant.
Perfect, man. No worries at all. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty easy transaction. I'll call you in about 20 minutes, and we'll see what I can do for you.
Oh, that sounds great.
Awesome. Thanks, Anthony.
We've got to do the math, Alex. You're right. I mean, most mortgage people will say, yeah, just refinance. That's not the way we work. Right. You're going to do the math. You're going to see if it makes sense for him. If he cannot recoup the cost within the time frame and he's going to move, why do it? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to
run the break-even analysis. Make sure that after 60 months or before 60 months, he recoups the cost, like you said, Alex. If not, you can always offer him other opportunities.
Let's just say we save him $80 a month for the sake of BS. Takes him 31 months to break even. So I mean, so that's a good deal. Absolutely, he's going to save $80 for that extra 30 months. Actually.
All right, we got some open lines here. I'd like to hear from you. 248-539-9797. Easy for me to say. Understanding debt to income ratio. Pretty important stuff. Grasp this whole thing about home affordability. Understand. This is what I was thinking about last night. Sort of understand what it takes to buy a house. You got your down payment, the closing costs, the prepaids. There's quite a bit just to understand right there. Also, the funds to close, getting your money together, whether you're using a gift. Do you have $5,000 or $10,000 stacked in cash sitting in a safe somewhere that you can't use that money, so you got to put it in the bank and do things properly. Getting the right people in front of you will make the process so much easier. And I'll tell you, folks, if you're looking to buy a house, please call Capital Mortgage Funding. Have your friends and family do it. This experience is like none other. It's a 5-star service, and you're going to save money on closing costs and interest rates. You guys want to jump in on that one, or I'm going to move on?
Kevin, so what are you seeing right now out in Rochester? I mean, obviously it's an extremely hot market, and are you seeing a lot of like the fill-in building, like we're seeing in Royal Oak, Berkeley, we're down here? What do you see in a lot?
Yeah, we're seeing a combination of stuff. So if you think of from a lot cost perspective, the cost of the dirt underneath the house, especially in downtown Rochester, has got extremely high. So we are getting homes that are being either remodeled, completely remodeled, taken down to the studs and rebuilt, all the way to taken down to the foundation, repour, rebuild the whole thing. But then your resale market's fantastic as well, because we get a lot of people that want to move and need to move now. They don't have the ability to wait 6 to 9, maybe 12 months for a construction process. So they need to buy a home right now. Those homes were at virtually none. I mean, we have hardly any inventory at all in town.
And Kev, property values. What do you see in property values? Are appraisals coming in at value or higher? Are they coming in a little lower? Tell us about property values.
I'll tell you what, we haven't had a whole lot of issues, especially in Rochester and Rochester Hills, with appraisals recently. They have been a lot more stable. I think home prices are still on the rise. In the last year, they didn't skyrocket. I think they stayed fairly stable over the last 12 months. But I think that they are going to rise because people realize that interest rates are about to go up. Money's about to get expensive, people. I mean, you have to realize it is not going to be cheaper next year to buy the same house as today.
Right.
It's a massive difference in your buying power. So getting out there quickly is going to be important. But sellers, be aware, if you're considering selling, you need to sell now because there's buyers that are going to buy it right now. It's a perfect storm. Right. We're in the middle of a perfect storm.
But historically, rates are still where they were in the 1960s. In 1966, rates were at about 4.25. That's where they're at right now in a 30-year fix. So historically, when you talk about, going from 3.5, 3 5/8 to 4.25, it sounds high. But stop it.
People were spoiled, though. We were spoiled.
Well,
I mean, we're with interest rates.
That's the point.
I mean, how many times has my father texted me and said, I bought my first house in 1979 on a land contract at 9%, and I thought I was stealing.
Right.
I mean, it's a different generation now.
My parents bought their house in '82, and the house in West Bloomfield that they bought at the time was an assumable mortgage at 8%. My mom loved the house when she saw it. My dad thought it was okay. When my dad found out that the assumable mortgage at 8%, when going rates were 14, 15, 16%, he loved the house even more than my mom.
There you go.
And it was unbelievable.
Right. Alex, think of it this way. You talk about, everybody's throwing out cash offers. I'll tell you what, we have clients that have cash that could make cash offers that are not using their cash because it's cheaper to borrow the money.
Why would I use my cash if you're going to give me $300,000 at 4.25? Why?
For a lot of reasons, yeah. Hey, we have open lines, 248-539-9797. Let's go off to Kate in Plymouth. Hey, Kate, good morning. Thanks for joining our show. Go ahead.
Morning. My husband and I did a short sale about 4.5 years ago, and we found an investor that did a land contract for us on our next house, and it's at a 2% rate, 30-year fixed, but the whole amount is going to be due after 10 years. So we're getting closer to that date. I was just wondering what would be the best way to transition out of that land contract.
So, Kate, a land contract is basically just like a mortgage. So to pay that off, it's basically a refinance transaction. It's a very simple, situation to go through. The numbers that I'm going in my head right now are if you're at 2% right now. I mean, I don't know what rates are going to be in 6 years when that balloon comes due.
I'd keep it.
I was just say I might roll the dice and keep it for as long as you can at 2%.
Well, I don't think I would.
Well,
I don't think I would.
How long do you think you're going to be in the property?
Well, we have about $100,000 in equity. We got it it was a steal. So
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, we could.
Let me run. I want to call you for the show, and I want to run the numbers.
Yeah, if you
to
want
see
to
what the new payment's going to be, and if you're comfortable with the new payment, I mean, obviously get out of there. But I mean, God, 2%. That's wow. Did you know the guy? How did you get 2%?
Family
I'm
member.
a pretty good negotiator.
Apparently.
Yeah, we should hire you. Good job, Kate. Nicely done. I still like the idea that you lock it into a mortgage, of course. And again, we have so much to look at. Maybe by you getting a mortgage and then in the future of the equity, do you have some credit card debts or some other debts, student loan debts that you can't write off the
No.
interest? Oh, you guys are in really good shape. Again, we'll call you afterwards, run some numbers for you and see if we can offer you something that would make more sense for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Great
Kate.
call. All right. I hope everyone gets in that situation. Just goes to show you if you have some negotiation skills, you really can put yourself in a great situation.
I'm gonna hire her to
Everyone's going to hire her.
negotiate.
All right, 9:42. When we come back, all of your calls. Keep it here.
President of DTE Electric, Trevor Lauer, wants to keep you informed.
A few days ago, we experienced the most significant weather event in DT Energy's history. Tropical storm force winds battered our state, downing hundreds of trees and over 4,000 power lines. So now we're faced with an historic power outage. But be assured, DT Energy has over 1,500 workers in the field to restore power, and we've brought in hundreds more from out of state. Because we are committed to doing everything we can about this outage.
Trevor also has a reminder.
Thousands of us here in Michigan are still without power, and colder temperatures mean real danger to those at risk. DTE volunteers are working with the United Way, city governments, and the Red Cross to man warming centers for those without power. Remember, we're all in this together, so check on family members, neighbors, and friends, especially the elderly and those that live alone. This outage may be an inconvenience for us, but it's up to all of us to help prevent even one tragedy as a result.
DTE Energy. Know your own power.
Menards has the products you need to create your ideal living space. Add style and function with Dakota pre-finished wood shelving. Create your own custom storage space in closets, pantries, laundry rooms, and more. Dakota pre-finished bullnose shelving is available in white or wheat oak finishes. 11 1/4 inch deep by 4-foot bullnose shelves are $199 each after rebate. Find these and other big savings during Menards Made in the USA sale.
Save big money at Menards.
The Michigan Golf Show returns to the Suburban Collection Showplace this Friday through Sunday, featuring the new seminar stage and Peter Yonke, the amazing trick shot artist. Dozens of contests and hundreds of prizes, like the $25,000 hole-in-one from On the Dunes HD Simulator. The Michigan Golf Show features incredible once-a-year discounts on everything in golf. Get free pro instruction from the Enhanced Treetops Golf Academy. And Sunday, women get in free from 10 to noon. 19th hole brought to you by Michelob Ultra. More information and special discounts at MichiganGolfShow.com.
Welcome to Staples.
Staples guy, I have my own business, so I wear lots of hats. Now I'm wearing my office manager hat because I need supplies.
Well, Staples has everything you need.
Now I'm putting on my CFO hat because I can't overspend.
Well, right now, HP OfficeJet Pro 6968 printers are only $99.99.
All my hats, and I would like to thank you.
They are welcome.
Staples, everything you need for business at great prices. And now get an HP OfficeJet Pro 6968 printer for only $99.99. Valid on SKU 2256781 and 31117.
Imagine what you could get done if everything was 3 times as fast. You could read Moby Dick in 3 hours.
Poor Ahab.
You could watch an entire season of your favorite show in a single afternoon.
How long to the next season?
And you could fit an entire commercial into 30 seconds. Which is why WOW offers 3 times the speed, but without 3 times the price. And now you can get internet plans starting at $29.99 a month. So hurry up and visit Huawei.com to learn more. Offer for new customers and is subject to change. Certain restrictions apply. Visit Huawei.com for service descriptions, terms, and conditions.
What if you could sell your home for 18% more money? What if you only had a one-day listing contract where if you weren't happy, you could cancel it at any time? What if your realtor would guarantee that your home will sell at a price and deadline that's acceptable to you, or he'll step up and buy it himself? Hi, my name's Mark Z with Keller Williams, and that's all part of the Z Guarantee. If you're not happy, fire me. I'm not bragging. I'm applying for the job. Call me, Mark Z, today, or go to soldbymarkz.com and start packing.
Call 844-SOLD-BY-Z.
Jamming for all the kids with Team Joseph again. The Eli Young Band. And special guest William Michael Morgan. Live as we jam for Joseph again. Wednesday the 22nd at the Fillmore as we jam for all the kids with Team Joseph. To fight Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's time for a cure. Eli Young Band and William Michael Morgan tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com.
We never miss the Extra Point. 97.1. The Ticket.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. Say what you will, but I'll tell you, when the sun is shining, it's beautiful. Get out there and go find a house. Call Capital Mortgage first at 1-800-LOW-RATE. Get that approval letter. It's a real approval letter. Sit down with us. We'll take the time to show you the whole process A to Z. The knowledge gives you the confidence to make the offer. We were talking before about some timing. Again, a lot of the Generation Xers and a little bit older, they have to get their houses on the market. Are they going to be putting their houses on the market? And again, one of the things is we've heard from so many of the great agents out there that they're afraid because they can't find a new house. So it becomes a timing thing. And Kev, I know you guys are experts, and you can sort of sit people down and talk about days of occupancy and set the whole timing thing up.
Absolutely. Everything is about having a great process in place and having a plan. You have to have a game plan. So if you're considering selling your home and moving to a new home, there's going to be fear around that. There's not going to be a absolute perfect formula for that. But what we have to do is sit down and develop a plan. We develop a plan A, a plan B, and sometimes a plan C. So we have to know the different things that could happen in the scenarios that could happen. That's why hiring a great team that's behind you that understands all of the ins and outs of the process becomes extremely important.
Yeah.
Especially in a hot market, even more important in a hot market, because that's what we do. We manage a process for our clients. That is our job, to manage a process.
You can't make an offer contingent upon the sale of your house in today's marketplace. It just doesn't work that way. You need to have that approval letter and that plan.
You know, Kevin, it's funny you brought that up about the limited inventory, and I was talking to John about it earlier in the week. We have a great product. It's a renovation. I haven't even told you about this product yet. It's a renovation loan. It's like the 203K, but it's a conforming product, so it's not an FHA loan, where you can actually buy a house and get money to fix it up. And I gave some presentations last week that, you know, that market between 250 to 400, it's really thin, man. I mean, there's just not a lot of houses there. And I told some of these agents, I said, guys, show them a house for 350. They're not finding anything they like. Show them one for $275 that needs updating. Let me do this renovation loan, and you can make the house your own. So buy it for $275. Put $100 into it. Your payment's going to be the same, and then you can pick your countertops, you redo a bathroom, finish the basement. You can build a garage. You can put a pool in. I mean, this is a great product.
Yeah, we love that product. We think about it. HGTV, Chip and Joanna Gaines. Why not do that? I mean, why not come up with an idea if you have something very specific in your head?
Is it bad I read their book?
Hey, it's on our coffee table at home. It's all good, bro. It's a really good way to buy a home, because if you have a very specific product in your mind, buy the location that you love.
Exactly.
Number one, buy that location you love. Buy it at the right price and know that you have the room to put into it. And if you guys having that mortgage product is a game changer. That allows buyers to do whatever they want.
Well, it allows you to get into that house and do the renovations right away. I mean, I bought my house 18 years ago, and I had a checklist that I was going to get everything done in 6 months. I'm still working on that.
Yeah, you did the
kitchen last year.
I just did my kitchen last year. Those countertops, that was going to be done in 3 months after I bought the house.
Well, when you own a house, it's consistent that you're going to put money into it to upgrade it. And then listen, it's a lifestyle. You want to live there, and you want to have the things that you want. It just doesn't happen overnight.
Hey, you guys, let's go out to Keith out here in Grosse Pointe. Hey, good morning, Keith. Thanks for calling in. Go ahead, sir.
Hi, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
I got my wife and I refinanced our house here, and we've been in it for about almost 20 years, and we refinanced about 10, 12 years ago, 30-year. We're planning on moving in about 6. So I'm thinking we should hold tight in regards to refinancing now, because now the payments are getting to a point where, it's almost half and half.
Right, you're
half
paying mostly
interest,
principal down. Correct.
Right. So, I'm just asking your opinion. Is my thought process sound? And instead of going and refinancing, and even if I went with a 15, I'm still, even in a 6-year period, I'm still paying mostly interest.
Well, Keith, it really comes down to what your end goal would be. So if you're in that loan right now, you're paying that mortgage payment based upon your original balance. So yes, maybe you're going 50-50 in terms of principal and interest, but talk to your tax advisor if you have one, or your financial planner. Because if you can get into a position where you can put it into a 15-year fix, the payment is less than what you're paying right now, and now you've got more money going towards interest, which is a better tax deduction for you. It could turn around and help your situation financially for your income and your tax advantages that you have in that capacity as well. So there are some other ways to look at it, and that's what we try to do. Alex, Harvey, myself, Harry. Is take a look at it and say, hey, what are your options and what makes sense? And it's funny that you bring that up, because I just had that phone call the other day from another client.
Keith, what rate are you paying right now on the mortgage?
My wife does the bills.
That's okay.
It's okay. So it's 2017, and he did it 10, 12 years ago, you said?
Yeah, it was
between
probably
2005,
right around 2006, 2005.
2006. What was somewhere around 5.5? Was that right? Yeah.
It was it was an adjustable. So right now we're paying like 3.5.
Leave it alone. Yeah, I think you're okay.
Because it's adjusting. And if they're going to start raising the Fed funds rate, what happens when he goes to adjust?
LIBOR's it's tied to LIBOR, though.
Yeah, but it's all about saving money and what his plan is. So if like Kevin said, we believe in the plan, and you have to have a plan, but you have to have a goal when you want it paid off, if you can save money. There are a lot of variables that go into play here. So bottom line is, if we could save you money, not extend the term, and it fits into your plan, I believe we have to take a look at it.
All right, it's a great call, Keith. We'll definitely follow up.
We'll call for the show, Keith.
Appreciate the call.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
All righty. 248-539-9797 if you want to sneak in a phone call. Got some business to get to real quick. Capital's Infinity program. Yep. If you're a business owner, human resource manager.
Infinity means forever.
Oh.
Yes.
Like our friendship.
Sorry about that. If you're a business owner, a human resource manager, nonprofit, school district, association, if you're a union hall president, definitely give us a phone call. Bobby Efros at our office handles all these programs. He can set it up for you. It's a great program. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps your employees. It keeps them from running around on the phone and running around dealing with strangers and bad people on mortgages, and getting them the proper information they need. And again, you got happy employees, it's going to work out a lot better for you on the bottom line. Again, we have a few minutes left. 248-539-9797. Kevin Stewart has been joining us all day. Kevin, we'll definitely have you back. It's always great when we have professional real estate agents in. You can tell the confidence, the knowledge that comes with when someone comes in. They know exactly what's going on. And we talked about it yesterday afternoon, that process you have, and teaching people the process. So again, if you're out there and you're not even communicating with your agent, if you haven't discussed your mortgage and the mortgage you're going to get, that's really key to the whole process and being successful.
It is. I mean, we've built our entire company on a theory of people and process. Hire great people that understand their job, that know exactly what to do and how to do it, and then build in a defined process. Know what the process is from beginning to end, because that's what creates a fantastic client experience. And that's ultimately what we want to provide. If we're going to be a company that relies on confident referrals from our past clients, we have to provide a great experience. And can I just say something to everybody out there that I just observed? I just observed something that was brilliant. We had a caller that called in that had a specific issue. And a lot of times if you call a lender, guys, what they're going to do is immediately try to sell you their product, because that's how they make money. What just happened here is there was a full-blooded conversation around what was best for the person who they had on the line. What was best for them. Not what was best for the guy sitting here, but what was best for the client. That shows true value.
It's so funny you said that. So when I was talking about that renovation loan, and I said to these agents, I said, don't sell them a house for $350. They don't like. I said, get them one for $275. Put $100 into it. And the first question out of one of the agents' mouth was, why would I sell them a house for $275 when I'm going to get paid on $275 and not $350? That means I make $2,000 less. You are a loser.
And that is a terrible way to
ridiculous.
run a business. That's
Yeah.
awful. And to me, it's just a terrible way to treat people.
Why would you ever?
It's pretty harsh.
I thought it was a joke.
Alrighty. Hey, look, if you got your bonus from the Big Three, give Capital Mortgage a call and find out if home ownership is something you want to take a look at. Again, make sure you file your taxes. We're getting closer to that date. Definitely contact your CPA, your accountant. Find out if, again, home ownership is something you're going to be benefiting from. Kevin Stewart, I want to thank you for coming in.
Thanks,
Absolutely awesome. Good
Thank
stuff.
you, guys. Thank
Kevin,
you.
awesome.
Always our Capital Mortgage staff. For Harry Glanz, Alex Nafusi, I'm Harvey Free. We got Pat Caputo, Kyle Bogey coming up. Keep it here. Sports all day long.
What am I, chopped liver, Harvey?
John Cole.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
97.1 The Ticket.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Thinking of waiting until spring to list your home? Don't. Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. Right now, we have more homes for sale today than we had last spring. And do you know what that means? The longer you wait to get into the market, the less your home will be worth. But don't just take it from me.
I'm Dennis King.
And I'm Haven King. I heard the advertisement for Jeff Glover, and we gave him a call. He put our house on the market on a Monday.
On Tuesday, we had 10 showings.
The house sold in 1 week.
Jeff, hands down, is one of the best.
We'd recommend Jeff to anybody who's looking to sell a home in today's market.
Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get an average of 98% of their asking price and sell their homes in an average of 23 days. Call Jeff Glover today at 855-JEFF-SELLS. Not only do they sell the most, Jeff Glover and his team have more positive reviews on Zillow than any other realtor in the state. Call Jeff at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at 855jeffsells.com. Realtor Jeff Glover.